Hey everybody, welcome to another round of Canje Plays, and today we're going to unbox Spires and Hildegard by Greg Favaro. So Greg is an awesome gentleman who he has been super responsive. He is doing his own development, his own artwork, his own shipping, his own everything, and he is just amazing. Like, the amount of work and the love that he puts into these stories is great. And the reason why I say that is only because prior to Hildegard, as Hildegard's one of the characters in the first game he dropped, which was Spire's End, and I love that game. I think Spire's End is awesome. Hey Greg, what's going on? He's in the channel. Welcome. Hey Frederick, what's going on? Pull up a chair as well. So before we begin, I want to say thank you to my Patreons, YouTube subscribers, and if you are neither, don't care to ever join or know me, that is fine. Just pull up a chair at the table, we will unbox it together and have a great time. So we're going to get into this, but before we dive into this, I'm going to go to the table. I'm going to get some information to you about this game. I'm going to go to the table, go to Greg's site, which is the Spire's End site, and just show you around there to see if there's anything else that'll strike your fancy, and then we'll start the unboxing. This is the reason why I kind of get into it a little bit early, and we'll see how it goes. Hey Kate, what's going on? Hey Cynthia. Bob, hold on a minute. Wasn't I only... I am off work. I am on vacation. My vacation ends. I go back to work on Wednesday, so I am enjoying it. And since this wonderful game came in that I was excited about, I decided to stream it. So let's get some information first and then get down to the table. So Spires and Hildegard is delivering now. A lot of people have gotten it and have been playing it. Some are still awaiting, so it's in the process of being delivered as we speak. Embark on a mysterious, epic, choose your path adventure, which that is definitely what it is. So 1 to 2 players, best played solo, about 30 minutes to 180 minutes, depending on how long you want to play a chapter, right? So we'll go through all of that stuff as I show you around the Kickstarter, but age 12 plus, but the community says a 10-year-old can play, which is fine, and the weight is about a 1.5, so it isn't super complex, and I don't think Greg made it to be super complex anyway. He wanted it to be fun, the people to get it to the table fast, and to be able to play and have endless enjoyment with the game with the multiple branching storylines and outcomes. It doesn't have to be full of mechanics for it to be fun, as you saw with Spire's End. It was just amazing, and it stood on its own. So Greg Favaro created this. I call him Favaro. I don't know why. I called him Steven when I first met him. Anyway, but Greg Favaro designed this. Diego did the art for it. The art is beautiful. The story is wonderful and is published by Greg himself as Favaro Ventures LLC. So he has his own site. He does his own sales. He does his own... Like, the guy, he's just a jack of all trades, and he is amazing. So, let's get to the table, which you'll see blank, but I want to go to his site and just show you around some of the cool stuff that he has, so you can see some of the amazing art if you want to get into this game, which I would recommend, because I think for the price point, it's really great. There's a lot of replayability into it, and there's 2 flavors of it. That's what's great. Like, Spire's End is this dark tale, which is fantastic, and Hildegard is this vibrant tale, which is also fantastic about one of the Spires End characters. So I think that would be cool. Okie dokie, let's get to La Table, and then let us just go ahead and go to his site. Because I know that won't show or work when I need it to, because that's just how. There it is. Alright, so this is the Spires End site. It's in tablet mode, of course, because I want to make sure I can see you guys talking to me as it goes. Spires End is incredible. It is incredible, Cynthia. It is. Hey, Greg, what's going on? Hey, Brian. Hey, other Brian. Hey, Daryl. Hey, other Daryl. You can just see from the artwork on here. These are the artwork that are on the cards. So you can see from the artwork on here, this stuff just looks fantastic. I took you straight to Hildegard so you can see the Hildegard website that is on here, what's being offered as it goes. It talks about the game. Very simple mechanics, beautiful dice. Dice are very vibrant. They're indented, so that's not just paint on. That's on there for you to roll and get with. You can shop as we go through. We talk about navigation, so there is a branching story path. So there's a branching story path, multiple branching story paths that take you on different adventures that you're trying to get through this game. They talk about the battle mechanic that's on here, where it turns about targeting and how you have to target based on the rolls that you do, which I think is a really cool mechanic that he had in here. We did a couple rolls. Greg didn't believe I was a horrible dice roller, so I had to show him I was a horrible dice roller. So, and I wasn't, I didn't try that hard to make it to roll terribly. It just happened. It just happened. So it talks more about it. It talks about slingshot shooting, how that stuff works, the face-off mechanics that are on there, and then there's a survival guide built into it, which is fantastic. So as you can see, the box has evolved over time from what you saw on the main page. It's a little bit more flat. I have it here, and there are micro expansions that are coming out. There's Crows and Crawdads, Great Outdoors that's going to be coming, but one that is available, it looks like available at launch in late September, the Bowels and Breakfast. So there's already 3 kind of micro expansions, and micros true because you add them to the game and then play them. It's so there's 3 micro expansions, but it looks like one's already out, and I do have it. One is coming, which is called The Great Outdoors. That is going to be available fall 2022, and then there's Crows and Crawdads that is TBD on there. He's got a lot of tutorials that he has put a lot of work in to make sure that this game is easy to bring to the table and easy to use for everyone who's making use of it. So for people who just are getting in, seeing Spires End, and will be seeing Spires End for the first time, it's a beautiful creation with wonderful art that I just love so much. But prior to this game, there was another game that came out, and it was called Spires End. And hey, look, there's the Siren that's supposed to be coming out soon in November, and the Rat King as add-ons. But Spires End is this other take. It's this darker thing that tells in these blacks and grays and reds of beautiful art as you play through this storyline of Spires End. As you can see, this is what it looks like, and it's great. The allies are on there, the ally cards. This is art from the cards that you're seeing. This isn't just something that he grabbed and used. These pictures that you see here are on the cards. The enemies that you're going to face, these are images from the cards that look just look great. It comes in a small box, 1 to 2 players, which is fantastic. And this game is fun. I've played through it 3 times. I've died 3 times. So I've not been able to. I got to one ending, which was a bad ending. But it was the bad ending where I died. So that is on there if anybody's interested. And if you just go to the shop, you can see here there's Bowels and Breakfast that you can pre-order. For what's coming in, the main game that you can pre-order. The mat. Yes, I got the mat. Yes, I bought the mat. But then there's also Spires End that is on here that is for sale today that you can get. There's the Rat King. This is upcoming. There is Marin, who you will see this character soon enough. But there is Marin that's on here, as well as the Siren, as well as the Mega Mushroom. And then the lovely, lovely playmat that he is creating for Spires and neoprene goodness that you can get. And I know you're like, hey, you're trying to sell it. I am. Neoprene's awesome. This game is awesome. You just put 2 awesomes together, it's just going to be great. So Hildegard's Crows and Crawdad, and then he's got some prints on here that you can grab if you really like hanging the prints on the wall because the art's beautiful. Okay. Let's get Canje. I needed the mat as well. I know, I needed the mat. That's the thing. That's the thing. With board gaming, you're not supposed to use the word need, but I needed the mat. Anyway, let's get to the unboxing. Alright, so let's do this thing. So, I have my cutter thingy, but I found a hole in here that I can just rip, and it's just fine. There we go. Like a Christmas gift. Just rip this bad boy open. Should be great. All right. So already on here, you can see this beautiful art of Hildegard as a young girl on here, which is fantastic. All the leaves and the colors and just everything that blends in. It's just a good palette. It's like a nice fall palette for the season, which is great. On the back, you'll see it just says 1 to 2 players, a game by Gregory Favreau, illustrated by Diego and Audrey, and 12 and up, 2 to 3 hours to play. So, and Hildegard's slingshot and what she's going to use. All right, this stuff has always come, even in Spires End. The box, you just kind of push. It was this push box design, and it stays. It stays with the push box design, which I really like. So we'll see here. So it's about 11 pages total for a rule book. 11 pages. Talks about the adventure begins in the navigation. One of the things that Greg has done, especially with Spire's End, is he lets the game teach you how to play. Instead of saying, here's a rule book of 10 billion things, figure it out, the game itself teaches you how to play and tells you what to do. But here's just some setup and telling you just kind of the taxonomy of the cards that are on here. That go through what the shot dice look like, what wild shots are, just kind of going through all these different, talking about scenario 1, like giving some examples of what happens in there, face-offs, enemies, yeah, all the target status and things that are on here. And then if you want to play 2-player, because you can, Helveg, who is Hildegard's sister, is also a playable character that you can use to make it 2-player, just like you can make Spires and a 2-player game if you want to. So, cool. That's that. There are lovely, lovely. No shipping cost for the expansions, which is awesome. For Halloween, didn't even plan it. Just great timing. So there are 4 chapters of this game. And just to Greg, mad shout out that you have a storage solution instead of just saying, here's a bunch of cards that are wrapped up, deal with it. There's a storage solution to this game. And so this is one chapter, branching story paths. Another chapter, that's chapter 2. That goes out. We got our dice that are on here, and then we got this fun. And then you know me, I always gotta look at the bottom just in case. So it's really great. Look at that. So they have storage solutions to begin here. It even says begin here as it goes through. We're gonna check all this out. I'm not gonna spoil too much of these 3. But we'll look at some of this. So let's take a look at the dice. The hit dice. There we go. So the dice feel good in my hand. Get my roll tray. I felt it. So there's different symbols, and I didn't roll all different symbols because I wanted to hopefully roll all so you can see. That and I think that's all the symbols, right? Yep, that's all the symbols. So these are all the symbols that are on all those dice that you see. And what you basically do is you match symbols. So like these 2 is a bullseye. These 2 is a circle, and then if you have that, that's a bullseye. And then if you get these 2, bullseye, and then these 2, bullseye. So I did Greg and I did a Kickstarter playthrough when this hit Kickstarter. So if you want to see us play the story, a lot has changed since then. Some of the story, some of the art, all that other stuff has changed. But at least if you want to see how these mechanics work, which have stayed pretty solid, hit go, and it's really cool. But the dice are nice. They are engraved. So even if the color comes off over time, like when you own this after like 30 years, you can still tell what the symbols mean as you play the game. So long fun enjoyment. And I love the color. The fall colors are so nice. Look at the fall color. Look at the colors on these. They look so beautiful. So colors of dice are pretty. You didn't just say here's some black dice. You put some nice color on it. All right. Yeah, you don't need a map or a rule book to use the insert. Here's some more dice. So these are the wild shot dice, I believe. Oh, this is new, Greg. I didn't get to play with this one. This is new since I last did the demo. So there's misses. So prepare to see me do this a bunch. So there's the misses, and they're all different colors, which means something that even I don't know. So they're all different colors, but they all have this nice autumn hue, and that's the theme that he's going for with this, is the fall. Leaves fall, the changes, and all those other things. Everything has this autumn hue to it. So there's a miss, bullseye, and then a bunch of misses. So miss, blank, 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 and then 2 bullseyes. This one, miss 2 bullseyes and then an arrow and then blanks. This one miss 2 bullseyes, an arrow, and a reroll. And then this one is just miss 2 bullseyes, a reroll. So they all vary, and they mean something. I don't know what they mean, but that would be cool. So they're the wild shot dice. Black, gold, gray, and blue. This is blue? Blue. I'm colorblind to blue, so blue. So those are tiers of the wild shot dice. So tier 1 is this one. So for your wild shot, you'll roll, and it'll give you like an extra bullseye. When you level up tier 2, you get the gray, the gold for tier 3, and the blue for tier 4. So beautiful. These autumn colors are so nice. All right, so we got the cubes that are going to be used. This will get used for money. These are just, but once again, he's sticking with the autumn theme colors that are on here, that are basically set on those. And those cubes are for things like money, for things like items, for things like rounds, different types of things. They'll be used in the story that you play. So the autumn colors are pretty. They're pretty. It's a faint blue, gotcha. And then we've got, it looks like just some tabs to use. I don't know what these are for. They're just what they are. So we know. All right. You want to see some card art, don't you? That's why we are all here. Some card. All right, I'm only going to show you this because the rest are spoilers, and I don't want to spoil the story for you. So let's see if I can zoom in real close to this. All right, we can see some art on this bed. Get this stuff out of the way. This is what y'all are here for. So it says, begin with the 3-1 cards, which are these. These are the 3-1 cards. So it says 1, 1, 1. Reveal one of the 3 starting cards that you have. So, let's go here. So it's a midnight morning, and it says, you hold your breath and aim. You've never seen a midnight squirrel, let alone right out your window. That pelt is worth a fortune. I love the theme, like the colors, the autumn theme. The cards are typical cards, right? Typical playing cards feel. But it's crisp on this. Let me see if I can make it focus on it. See? Can I make it focus? Is it still focusing on this? There we go. There we go. Look how good that looks. Look how clean that looks. Anyway. Hildegard, Helvig, your intrusive sister, barges in and hands you a package. It's for Baroness of Seacrest Cliffs. Your first delivery. Exciting, right? Since the day is finally here, I thought you might want this or our aunt's compass. It could be useful on the trail, she says. So we get this. Now we got a decision. Gain 3 gold and 2 feats of marksmanship. Place the compass in your inventory and pull card 85, then pull 88, 89, and 90, and then we make a decision on where we're going to go. So pull card 85. Oh my god. I'm not going to go too far into the game, so don't think I'm doing any spoilers. Everyone has to go through this initially. So pull card 85. So there's your first enemy, Midnight Squirrel. Then pull 88, 89, and 90. So remember, this says reveal one of these 3 cards. Automatically, there's replayability in this. Automatically. I want to turn it over. Anyway. 88. Look at the art. Look at the art, people. This looks so good on this card, and the card feels good to the touch, too. It feels really good to the touch. Sleeve your cards. So, yeah, so no shuffling. They're all numbered. All the cards are numbered. So 88, 89, 90. So we got a mysterious package. So it says, you pick up the package and turn it over. It's wrapped in paper with some light markings here and there. You don't recognize them as much as you would like to give it a shake. You don't. Well, not yet. Wonder if you will ever know its contents. For now, it will remain a mystery. Place this in your inventory. So this will go in our inventory. Then we have our slingshot. The slingshot is your most treasured possession, carved from the heart of a 1,000-year-old pine. With the slingshot, you can roll black wild shot at the end of a set. Place in your inventory. So it automatically says, I gain, and this is such a small table presence. You gain the black wild shot die. Cool. And this is Hildegard. It says, give me, where it says, give me 3 gold and 2 feats of marksmanship. So we'll deal with that here. Hildegard's inventory is below, but I put it above. That's how life goes. So it's those with those, and we had our first try. All right. So how this works is the Midnight Squirrel, and this is just beautiful artwork. But I roll, and God, you'll have to remind me of this again because it's been a minute since we played Greg. But I believe I have 3 chances. No, accuracy 4, sets 2. I have 2 chances, 2 sets, to be able to hit this creature. I'm rolling 4 dice, and it's got to hit it 3 times, if I remember. You can slip them under the bottom of the card, you said, which gives to just shrink the table presence even more. So there you go. Table presence shrunk even more. And then you're combating, and it's your first combat. And after you deal with that combat, you then go to your decision. You need 3 bullseyes. I need 3 bullseyes, 2 sets. I got 2 chances, and I roll 4, accuracy 4, right? So I roll 4 dice. All right, so let's see how I do with this. And I roll, it says that I may roll the bullseye shot after it as well. So I just need 3 bullseyes. So I grab this. So I got 1 bullseye here. I can then get rid of one of these to roll another one, I believe. If I remember, you can lose 1 and then re-roll 1. But that's all this. Then we roll the wild shot die. So I got 1 bullseye. Mark those on the character sheet. Yep. Hey, we're not playing a full game. All I'm doing is just showing it off. All I'm doing is showing it off. So that was 1. Then on the second set that we try to roll. Got that. And let's see if we can hit. Hey, that's 3. No losing. Oh, you wouldn't lose it, you just re-roll. Gotcha. But I still hit, so that was 1, and then that wild shot gave me the other 2 that I needed to hit. So I killed, I won, and it says if I win, I get let's zoom in, a Midnight Pelt. So I get a Midnight Pelt. If successful, place this in my inventory. So now I have a Midnight Pelt. And I know I'm supposed to put this on the card. Like I said, I'm not trying to go too far with it, or else I'm going to give away way too much and we'll turn into a spoiler video. So then we're going to stop after we make our decision here. So it says we either go to the Mercantile or we go to Breakfast. And this is where I'm going to flip the Breakfast card, and then I'm stopping there. And then I'm stopping there. So it says flip card to card number 2. And remember, we get the compass. So card number 2 has the Hungry Hog. So we get this lovely compass that goes in our inventory. So we've got a lot of stuff building up that she's got. And we're at the Hungry Hog. And it says, before embarking into the wild, you decide a hearty breakfast at the Hungry Hog Hungry hog is in order. You haven't eaten since yesterday and your stomach is growling. Farfel, the barkeep, asks what you'd like. You're either going to do dried fruits and nuts, porridge and coffee, or bread and buttermilk, which will take you throughout the rest of the story. I am stopping there because I'm not going to turn this into a spoiler video. So that is the thing that you will embark. One of the 3 possible paths that you will embark as you play this story. One of the 3. So I've only done 1. There's 2 more that I will leave you, as Rodney Smith will say, I will leave you to discover on your own. 88, 89, 90, 86, 85, all the way down to 1. So I will leave you to discover the rest of that on your own for those who ordered it, but there is a lot of branching story and pathing in this game, just like there was in Spire's End, and you can see the beautiful art that was on there for Hildegard and everything, right? Now that is 1 chapter, and it looks like you can sleeve them because there is space. I don't think you can sleeve them all, but it looks like you can sleeve them and you'll have a little bit of space to build up, or you don't have to, but I don't think you can sleeve them all. After you finish chapter 1, you move on to chapter 2, which has more story. I'm not going to pop it open. Once again, this is massive spoilers in here. And it's called Hickory Hills. Chapter 3, Crow Falls, which is more. And then chapter 4, Seacrest Cliffs, which is where you're supposed to be going to deliver your package. So to me, it sounds like so far the goal is to get that package to Seacrest Cliffs. And we don't know what's in it, which has me very curious as what's in it. Coffee, you want to say coffee? So we got that. So that is the core game that comes with 4 chapters, which is fantastic. So here. And then we will go to the expansion. This is the first micro expansion that I showed you on the website. That is Crows and Crawdads. You should be able to sleeve everything. Cool. I will have Brian. So we're gonna open these up. This is a nice little. I feel like I'm opening up that expansion packet for like Magic or something. I don't want to tear the card, so I'm being very careful. So we open these up. Crows and Crawdads. Instructions. $3.79. Please read this card. So let's. I'm not going to spoil once again. I'm just going to show flip. So it's a call to arms. Fabian the Seer of Seacrest has warned something that something's happening with something. If and when you are instructed to put together the Archer deck in Chapter 4, remove this card and do this stuff. So it's doing other things that I'm not going to spoil for you. So we will see how this goes. But it comes with, looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 cards that adds to the story. It adds to the story that it builds up. Wish it had baseball gum inside. That would be awesome. So that gets added in, and remember there's 2 more that's coming to enhance the game, to add more story to the game as well for the micro expansions, which is cool. So, and then we get to, I'm gonna keep that to the side. This lovely bad boy, because neoprene, like you have to smell it when you pull it out. You have to smell neoprene. Might be toxic, but you have to smell it. Oh god, that smells so good. Neoprene goodness. Let's roll it out. Oh my gosh, this is so nice. So when we fought that first creature, Hildegard would go here. This is all her inventory. The story deck, the discard pile. If you're playing 2-player, here's where Helvig would go. And her inventory as well. Look at this art! How does it taste? Look at the art on this! Look at this thing! Holy crap! It's so cute! That's Hildegard's little head, her helmet. All the fall fields, pine cones and stuff that are on here. This is just gorgeous. You've got a space for the Archer deck, which comes with in the first micro expansion. You got a space for it already on the map. You've got target card sets that you can set up here. Bullseyes so you can track them. Canje, would you and your neoprene? This smells so good. It looks. Does this not look good? I mean, come on. Come on. I love how it trails across the map too, so it wasn't just focused on one corner and then everything was left off. And then this is the play field, so if you're in combat, combat happens here. So this is the mat. Who ordered the neoprene mat? Who did it? Because I did. So who ordered the neoprene mat? Yeah, so it looks really good. And like I said, it's just a story. It will look even better on my table. So, let me see if I can zoom in so you can see this. Look at that. It's really great artwork. It just looks really good. And anyway. Okay. So hopefully this arrives to your table soon so you can play through the story. I will say I played through chapter 1, and I'm going to take a different path now that I played through chapter 1 to see what the next paths look like. So I'm very, very curious as to how this all plays out. This feels really good. The threading is nice. I don't see any peels or anything going on it that's bending. So happy. Anyway, we will be playing this on the channel. I will be going through this game on the channel. I just need to set up some time with Greg to find out when would be a good time for us to go through chapter 1 so you can see it. I don't want to spoil too much. I'm probably going to play it all. I'm not going to lie to you. But I will let you know when it hits spoiler territory. But we're going to go through chapter 1 together for sure. So we can see all this stuff play out. But this is incredible. This looks great. I love the work that he's put into it. If you are interested and you think this stuff is something that will align with you, once again, it's a story set game, right? So, grab this. So basically, the story deck fits perfectly right there. And as the play field that you have, which is the 1, 2, 3 that you have started, you'll put here, and then you'll play and continue on with the game, right? Cool. I don't want to spoil too much because this is a spoiler-heavy thing, and I don't want to take that away from y'all. All right, that's all I really have for the unboxing of Spires, and I will be doing a playthrough of the game on the channel. So pay attention for that. If you're curious, then just like and subscribe to what's going on. Thank you, Greg. This is a great creation. It looks incredible. All right, so if you're interested, the website's there for you to go and check out to get Spires and on. I'll put it in the description if it isn't already. I think I put it in the description already. So it should be in the description if you want to go and order it. It is through him. He will be getting it shipped out to you, which will be great. And this game just looks beyond incredible, especially with the wonderful art that he has. I think this is a great thing. I do. Okay, so what's coming up? Well, if you give me 30 minutes, I am going to go. I will be doing an unboxing of Agents of Smirch next. 30 minutes from now. So I haven't created it yet. Do I have time to go make a coffee before you back? Yes. 30 minutes. I will be back on again, and I'll be unboxing Agents of Smirch on the channel live. So I'm going to be making the thumbnail now because I didn't know how long this one was going to run. And then once I post it, it'll be up there for everybody. If you're curious, hit the if you like what you saw today, hit the like. If you want to see more stuff and all the great stuff I do, then hit the subscribe and the bell icon, and you will be alerted when things kick off. Until then, I will see y'all in 30 minutes, 29 minutes, 30 minutes. Bye, everybody.